Zack Staley right now, look at that. He's in the lead. He's got his hand out the window. He's pumping up the crowd. This is something I've never seen before. During a race, the fans have gotten out their phones and they have lit up Bowman Gray Stadium for Zack Staley. Zack Staley has brought this crowd to their feet.
All right, hanging out at Bowman Gray Stadium with Zack Staley, and last week, man, was I've been coming to the stadium for like 20-something years, man. I've never seen anything like that. You had the best view in the house inside the car when you took the lead and then the pace laps happened. And describe what you saw, because that must have been really cool to see out of your seat.
I mean, it was way cool long before the lights, really.
Yeah.
When I took the lead, I could hear them over me, over the car.
Over the engine?
Yeah, and I could see, obviously, what was going on. I mean, the whole place just like literally stood up. And then, I don't know, I just went with it, was
waving out the window.
Trying to get them to pump them up a little bit. And then as I go off into 3, I come out of 4, and the place is like flashlights everywhere. It's amazing. I don't know how to explain it. It's different.
What was the emotion inside the car at that point?
Oh, I was crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. It was like tears of joy, but I was it definitely was coming down. I ain't gonna lie. I had figured out how to.
Chris Carter is a good person who announces here.
Oh, yeah.
And between him pumping up the crowd and you've become kind of a, dare I say, like cult favorite here.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Why is that? Is it because you're like the, you're not the establishment guy?
Yeah, I guess. I'm not I was never the rich kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm rebellious, maybe.
Just a little.
Just a little. But I just wanted the stuff to be right. You know what I mean? And I fought for it, and I know at the time it didn't pay off, but look at what's happened.
That's right.
It's paying off. So maybe it'll stay that way.
So when you won the race, take me through that victory lap. I call it the victory lap.
Yeah, it was the victory lap for sure. Man, thank y'all. I mean, if it wasn't for y'all, dude, I wouldn't be able to do it, for real. So I owe that to all the fans, really. I mean, everybody that showed up that night and participated in the phones and screamed and yelled, even the ones that flipped me off. That was I don't know. I'll never forget it for sure. It was the highlight of my life. It was just Bowman Gray, but from where I come from, it's definitely a success.
Now you say just Bowman Gray.
Yeah.
When you're from here,
other people say, oh, it's Bowman Gray. They just just tear shit up, but
it's not true.
No, we race like hell.
Here.
Yeah, we race like hell. It takes some skill to get around that football field. The car don't really do the work for you. So
when you get out in Victory Lane here, it's unlike any other place too.
I know. It's wild.
So you had like a mosh pit down there for this one.
Yeah, I feel bad because I can't say hey to everybody and stuff, but there's just so much going on, I'm thankful for it though. I mean, I went from like 7 people to like 100 people, in Victory Lane, so it's pretty cool.
I couldn't even get by you by the trailer at the end of the night. It was like, I started calling you Elvis.
Yeah, they were literally, they were
to
the gate down there. Yeah, they were through the gate. It was wild, and it's been like that even last year before, this year, but the kids, the shirts, man, I don't know, the smiles, is just the good energy. That's all.
Well, explain that, because there's people that are watching the Say on Flow that don't understand. Explain to those fans what you've been doing.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I didn't do it to gain fans. I didn't do it to gain publicity or for me to gain anything from it, but to better myself, honestly.
So explain what it is you're doing.
I give out T-shirts to all the kids. For one, I didn't get one when I was a kid, and then they shoot the shirts out. They're all way too big. I mean, you could fit in them. I don't know, just the smiles that they leave with. Makes me feel better about myself. I got, I got a lot on my mind. There's a lot more than just racing here that goes on in my head. But giving them smiles helps me with myself,
Well, I've seen it too, like where, I brought my kid in the pits several years ago, and you lifted him up and you had him sign the car. The people that aren't Bowman Gray guys like us, you invite everybody to your pit area. I mean, your car is signed by so many people. Even the front windshield.
Yeah, I left it. I was gonna leave it. We'll drive through it. But I don't know.
What's special about that for you, though? What does that mean for you? Like,
I think it takes me away from reality for a little bit. Gets me out of my emotions, out of my feelings, because it's hard not to smile when them kids are around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it makes their day, and it's hard to not have a good time around them, you know. So it's helped me.
So it's hard not to have a good time here too.
Yeah.
When you get out in victory lane, I wanted to ask you this because I was wondering, you've had a fun little playful back and forth with Gray Garrison. Now, when you start waving up at the tower, are you waving at Gray or are you waving at me? Who are you
Everybody,
waving at?
the whole tower, everybody. I mean, each and every one, really, and for certain different reasons.
I wave back at you.
Yeah, I see it. There's many different reasons of why I wave at many different people in that tower. There's a lot of people in that tower that dislike me. There's a lot of people in that tower that's been against me, and I've had to race not only the competitors and the teams and the money and the officials and the scorers and everything. I mean, I had all odds against me last year, and the goal is to overcome that legally, win the race, and win the championship. And as of right now, we're on the right track. And if it don't stay on the right track, we'll get it back on the right track.
Now, I've been kind of calling you a little nickname that you didn't give yourself at all. Hopefully you don't mind it.
What's that?
Do you mind the Outlaw?
No, it don't matter. I am an outlaw. I mean, I'm not an outlaw like motorcycle gang, but I am I guess the outlaw of here, you know.
Well, I had to check with you, man.
Yeah, I do ride motorcycles and stuff, but I don't really do the motorcycle gang stuff. I don't want to be involved in it.
No.
My family was in it when I was younger, and it's just something that I love motorcycles. I just don't want to devote my life to that. I like racing, so I devoted my life to that.
What is it about racing at Bowman Gray Stadium that is special compared to any place else? Describe it to me.
There ain't no place like home. I mean, this is home for me. I grew up here. I didn't have dreams of driving NASCAR, you know. I mean, every kid does, but I came here, I want to drive here, you know. This was the place to be, it still is, you know. I'm 39 years old, and I've been coming here since I was a baby. And as far as I can remember, this is the place to be every Saturday night. I'm so sick when this place ends. You know, there's nothing to do. I'm bored. I'm twiddling my thumbs. You know?
My buddy Dale tweeted you. So I know when I came to the pits and I couldn't get to you because it was like Elvis was here.
Oh, God.
Kyler was like, "Hey, did you see Junior retweeted you?" And he said it was like ZZ Top. What did you think about that? That was cool.
Wild. That was pretty cool, for sure. For somebody like that to even be watching our race was cool. Not just mentioning me, but just somebody of that caliber watching a Bowman Gray race on Flo. I mean, that speaks volume right there, you know. So for him to shout out for me, that's like I said, the highlight of my life. It was like my 15 minutes of fame, I guess, you know.
So you've done some interesting things. Last question here. This year, in particular, I really like the sticker and the new logo. Tell me about that.
Which one?
The new logo, man. The stadium logo.
My sticker. Oh, yeah, Zack Staley Stadium. I forgot I was even at my racetrack. I don't know. Last year, with the fighting and the arguing with the Gray and all the officials and stuff, I don't know. A buddy of mine, we were sitting in there. We took some pictures out there in front of the field house, and he marked it out and said Zack Staley Stadium. We were just joking. You know, it was just a joke. You know, and it still is just a joke, but
it's pretty fun.
I mean, it's fun. We ran with it, and I was like, what do you think if we just make it like the Bowman Gray logo? And he was like, hell yeah, let's do it. So we did it, and then here we are. It took off. It was a hell of a hit, you know.
And tonight you got something special for the kids.
Yes, I do.
Explain it.
Well, there was a lot of people who said that the lights weren't for me, and there's a lot of people that said the lights were for me. So we're going to figure out that problem. We're going to give out 3,000 finger lights, little LED finger lights to the kids, so when I race, they can shine their lights.
That's awesome. This place lights up every Saturday night, no matter what it is. But I'll tell you what, Zack Staley, a street stock racer. I'm a street stock lover, okay? I'm rocking my Paul McElerney shirt. But when you come to Bowman Gray Stadium, it's not just modifieds. There's so many great divisions here that put on a show, and that's why they have crowds like no other. You can catch every race from Bowman Gray Stadium live on Flo.